Apostle Michael Oropo from Nigeria.
Everyone in God's kingdom is a priest. It says, see how by a mighty hand I took you on eagle's wings. If you will hear my voice and hearken to my covenant, it said, then I will make you a kingdom of priests.
Apostle Michael Oropo from Nigeria, a man anointed to divide the word of truth, will be in town from Tuesday, November 15 to Thursday, November 17, 2022 at the Zion Praise Tabernacle Hill Station, Bango, back of Limcoin University. Theme: Arise, Shine, Isaiah 60 verse 1. There is going to be morning session Wednesday and Thursday 9:30 a.m. and evening session Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. For reservation or more information, telephone us through the following numbers: 088-998-326 or 078-852-433. Yes, it's going to be a moment of great awakening, impartation. Destinies will gain speed, visions will be birthed, fresh fire rekindled. Don't be left out. This is your opportunity to tap into this grace. It's Sierra Leone Apostolic Invasion with Apostle Michael Oropo from Nigeria. And all this will be happening from Tuesday, November 15 to Thursday, November 17, 2022, right at the Zion Praise Tabernacle Hill Station, Mango, back of Limcoin University. Come and be expected. The season of revival is here.
Until your altar comes alive, you have no gospel for your generation.
Your season, my season, and our season of shining is now. God has said it. It is settled. Get ready. Revival is here. Sierra Leone is in for a transformational experience. And now it's Sierra Leone Apostolic Invasion. Bring it to town. One of God's general over time, Apostle Michael Oropo from Nigeria.
Everyone in God's kingdom is a priest.
Welcome back to Say It to Mercy on Mercy TV Live. We're sorry for the breaking transmission. Well, I'm still there with Jesse Tucker, where we'll tell you the importance of science. In a former student of the Prince of Praise. Jesse, I want to continue the importance of science.
Just as we discussed, science is very much important way than we think. Now, science is civil life. How science is saving life. Now we hear about medical personnel, and there are so many other people who are involved to this medical field where they actually help for save life. Now at first, when people get one kind of liver issue, when people get to undergo operation with, there is no way possible where they can be saved. But now through the intervention of science, there are equipment and machines we don't come in order for help us to get diabetes. Us we, for instance, if you go in a labor room, you want to go through operation and so. There are so many machines, equipment we don't come together. We will give you hope for life again. So you understand. And another thing again, science they do, science they bring we closer in terms of communication. Now we hear about Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, Twitter, and so many other social sites, Instagram and so on and so forth. So now at first, people they communicate through letters. And just imagine, are they all the way Wellington? And I want to tell you about an emergency. You did 10 better. I will pass on this information with letter. Where another somebody they can post this letter for me as soon as I need for it to be posted. But now with the help of mobile phones, Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, we will pass message as easy as possible and as fast as we could. Another thing again with science they help we show for the importance. Now that science they help we for understand the substance in our environment. It help we for understand say this substance harmful. Now many a times when we pass on the streets as pedestrians, or they pass through, we find out if you want to pull smoke, he can advise people to cover your nose. They can advise people to cover your nose or abstain from that party. And you know go to the dirty box. Now they simply tell you the pollution they affects your health. And without science you can't know that. Without science you can't know that. And science also the help we for know the food we eat. That was I think years ago, we tend to understand that you know for eat boiled egg and banana at the same time, something like that will go on. They say poisonous. I don't know how true is it, but these are just things that will go on. And there are some scientific beliefs where they tell you say that some scientific you know for eating together. Because it's harmful to you. So without science, you never know the food you eat. now we also understand, see, you know what eat gari and go deeper on one as Saladians. You know what eat gari go deeper boku boku on one, if you exhaust, it will kind of affect you. These are advices from science personnel. So science is very much important in every aspect of life. But whether they talk about the video assistant referee in terms of the football, it's all now one kind of important way science don't bring forth that the sports in the world. So many other fields, even in the field of journalism, just as we there. At first, people get opportunity for see a well-colored background of the which they offer to people and the show they do. Not just be that kind of black and white. But the improvement of science, it didn't make now the color closer you were, person they know actually from home, where they watch it through the media. So now the science is very important, and science is continually doing well and well and well. And I believe, say, science therefore improve more than it is at now.
Okay, thank you very much, Jesse Tucker. I'll go to Abdullah Keta. Abdullah Keta, what's not the importance of science?
The family, science is really important, just as my brother may say, Jesse. Science is important medically, and in all important medically, but science also important even in the technology aspect. For the medical aspect, for instance, this corona now don't come. Without scientific way, without the scientists they now put this experiment, but the corona, how we from able know but in danger. But with science, the scientists then tell me about the danger, then tell me about how to go about the precautions. That's why people then able to prevent themselves. Take a look at a country like Sierra Leone. Without the help of science and the doctors them, we're not from able to reach this far with this corona effect. But because of science, the doctors them and the medical personnel them, they all still waiting for do. So with that, science really important. And again, for the technology aspect, as you see, in the mid-60s, 70s, we normally able to broadcast live. But now with the help of technology and science don't improve for technology. Look now, we can do program live. Yes, Ms. Paul.
Okay, thank you very much, Abdullah Keta. Another the importance of science in the medical field, sporting activities, graphics, and also with daily life, the kind of food them all they eat. Science does help greatly. Even when you're sick, science they provide the medicine for the kind sick where you get, the cure. So we're so grateful for science, where God give man knowledge for create and for save life and for make life easy. Well now, I want to ask, how science don't create impact na salon and also to the world. This question they go to Peter Joseph Bayo. Peter, as a graphic designer, what's the role where science don't play na salon and also the world as a large?
Thank you very much, Mrs. Moderator. Science don't create great impact or big impact to Sierra Leone one way or the other. One, Sierra Leone, just like what I will say, before when people in the offline, you want for send message, you want for send letter, you get for take some a month before that person get your message or get a letter where you really want for which you really want for tell her. Either you know well, you know student, sometimes you day my guy or you day FBC, you want for pay your school fee, then you parent and they now village, how them will get this message. And it not go possible for let you left here, you go because why classes then they own. Now with the help of science, or let me say technology, because let me not just say science. Somebody go sit down outside there and not go understand much. With the help of technology, like we don't get phone, na salon, phone them day, where we will communicate. Even that person within a village, even if you don't get network all side at the village, but with the help of technology, it must go up some side, where it will call you and get you and talk to you, so you get any message. And again, na salon ya, before wheelchair, some of them thing there we know say people have the whole and even though Bokuna salon it, but we get few people and one or two people and the way they use it at the country we sit down and the wheelchair they control and for himself where nobody know they buy. You know, this is not the help of technology. And another way around, if today we get sensitization, boku other things and the question we what I just mentioned about this disease the way we get we don't get Ebola. What do you feel say really make people know say Ebola na bad sick? Now way technology kind of science, the people here will teach we say where you touch something before wash your hand. This na science, na technology. Wash your hand with soap after when you don't use the toilet. Wash your hand with soap when you go na any side when a public side. Let me say in transportation, any other part where you feel say when you go there, you know able comfortable then particular, they say let you wash your hand with soap. They also tell we say let we cover we nose for let we not go be affected with this particular disease. Why? Now because of science. Because if science not been there, not been come to our existence, some of them things there will not forget knowledge for deal with them things there at all not. And because of science, me and you two today, na salon, we able upgrade, we knowledge them. The graphic we have just they talk about. I always go on the graphic because na me don't fail. Na me don't fail. So I always talk about this more. Science don't make today. You be able to snap na I give you, let me say for instance, they are the symbol, the background of her. The quantity, the background of her. Where you know today is snap. The state house I will take and I put on the background for sure saying that they you snap. If somebody where the outside yonder no go ever know say not today you snap. But with the help of science, the graphic design, he will change that background for you. And for instance the editors then he will pull you, use some certain effects then for sure a certain places then where in a movement then where you not do at all not. So science is very, very much important. Now we live and also na Sierra Leone. Today we get Mercy TV, na salon, a place where everybody is somebody. Mercy TV, we come for teach people then before we know say people then evangelism then they go do and door to door. We not be common so. But now with the help of Mercy TV, we are a television where as I talk now, people in the house, the viewers in the and then they watch me. This is science, the technology. Mercy TV, they do evangelism to people outside there, where people are not able to go meet them. They're not able to let the busy schedule for listen. But it go then I also tell it they clean, it they listen in gospel, videos and listen in messages then. You understand? Preaching they go on, you then are you parlor, you then are you kitchen. They watch the TV. This all na technology and na science. So far so good. I will tap here first and see how my colleagues are also go talk about this.
Yes, science and technology now not make people and they overseas all sign of the world able to see Mercy TV through the internet pages that what we get, where we YouTube, where we Facebook, where you go able to get in contact with Mercy TV, any sign of the world. Now science and technology, now do that. Martin, I want you to say something on the impact where science on creates a salon and the world also.
Well, just as my colleague did analyze just now, science now really a wide and broad topic. And this year theme will talk about peace and development. That is to say, the whole way science don't play towards the development of Sierra Leone. Talking about peace and development now two key ideas and then in terms of the development we see when His Excellency the President Eta Brigadier Chilos Madabio come to power, it come with one great gentleman when the Minister of Education presently when in charge of the Directorate of Innovations and Technology in a state out. So now somebody that we don't do don't do very much towards the improvements of science in building apps and code some of them things then we take a look at how parents they pay huge amounts of money for access them to give them what's result. But now due to technology, the present minister he make sure say he improve on that. Now parents then they save huge amounts of money with them for use for buy scratch card. They not only do that, they also develop an app wherein students then they use that app when they get notes then they pass questions and they all that now as a result of science where be to say students then can then host then access the site, the app, then download an iPhone. You can use the app for studies where that is very simple. All that now due to the initiative of this great man. And also they don't make sure say when the corona become at this country, like people in the find it very difficult to go to university even do studies. The Directorate of Innovations, now the Ministry of Basic and Education, they make sure say them put out a system where they do collaboration with another company wherein they offer free courses them for students and where they go in, they do them courses them for empower you. So that also tells you that innovations of technology don't create a lot of impact in Sierra Leone, and it's as a result of this great man. And we applaud them for that because it don't create a lot. It also saves parents them in terms of the money parents them they use for access scratch cards and different sites them for get past questions and answers. And now then they don't go down. And also let me talk about football because na me own feel osadi like it's very very important. Today we find out say they start to go play game for access the internet na been problem, and pass them didn't tell you say na so they don't beat we don't know wetin happen there. 80% of Sierra Leoneans they don't know except the one that we go outside and they know wetin happen, they wetin pass there. You go hear one or two some man go say na so go happen but they dey play. But nowadays you go sit down at your home, you dey watch the game with your phone. Then some man go streamline them. Take a look at wetin dey happen presently na Kofa. Now as a result of science, now people like in their house, people in the way they streamline the game. If you in house you watch the game, you watch the replay. So that's all as a result of science. So the people they talk about falsifying delegates list, Salon Football Association. But now we are in people that go in the book, then go and vote some kind of way. But now you go use app where they make them very access. You go use app then develop. You can do it on print. You go directly. You know that you vote for. Not to talk about doing the days where people then they falsify list, but due to the combination of them things and we see science don't create a lot of impact in this country, and we just hope that the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education will make sure say they use that innovative skills then they for make sure say they empower youth them with more of them apps than they and then courses them where they come with during the COVID. And I believe for say most of them courses then the young ones them take advantage of that, then do some of them courses then they when some of them courses then they take a look at them outside and they pay huge amount of fund. But the government been come with them courses then the way help for pushing when not be free. You need to pay where you don't have, you access your certificate. That certificate they can enable you for apply into any job where you possibly back or able get access to that. And they don't only get tutorials on writing, they always get videos also. Where that been great. And at the initiative of this great man, David Moyni Nashenga, he don't contribute a lot. I can stop here for this.
Okay, fumble them. We read now the impact where science don't create a salon and the world as a whole. Even I yourself, if you want to study abroad, need not then now follow you go into the country direct. You can then through the internet, you log in at the college, you do all the requirements, everything, you sign in, then they will send you another message where they will tell you they don't accept you at the university or the college where you don't choose or abroad. And also you can then you just study. You study, you take your exam through the internet. The internet science don't make the world long come closer. We all don't dey near, even though you dey far. But they bring you all closer in communication, they bring you closer. And also a way of transport from one place to the other, by motorcar, plane, ship, you know, they bring everything closer. So Jesse, I want to let you say for one more on the impact of science that Salon and the world as a whole.
Well, the impact of science and Sierra Leone in the world. That just therefore motivates from Sierra Leone firstly. This is now we love country. Now, science, the impact of science don't create in Sierra Leone in terms of communication first. Considering the different companies, telecommunication companies in the country. Now, like of Africell, Orange, and QCell. What's in that happen? Now they easily do cross line. They will call from Africell to Orange. They will call from Orange to QCell. We don't show how science powerful and how science great. So then one impact of science don't create. Because at first, just as I said earlier on, if the communication not be available, how you will pass an emergency message on to other person? So like that, one impact to science don't create in Sierra Leone. And so I'm taking to another path again of transportation. Now find out in the Lepa restructure again the airport where they call the Julius Malabio airport. So what's in happen now with this airport? Had it not been science not be provide such ideas in terms of transportation, I able to travel from here to America without the aeroplane. How risky get for be on sea or probably on the road? How risky get for be? So science don't create a lot of impact now we country and the world as a whole. And another impact again we don't create. We better talk in the educational field. Now let's just brought guys to this in the educational field. Aside from coming at a cheaper rate of scratch card in terms of public examinations there. How about the science don't create an impact on YouTube where you able to watch for a topic where you don't understand. You search for on YouTube and then teach you well and you get a clue about this topic. Now, for instance, back then where you no go school, But you get for go to you party for label explain you. What if you party now Wellington then you did 10 beton? So you get for cost you a lot for label go Wellington considering the transportation kitikata lately. But now science don't give you a platform where you can come online like your phone, you go through YouTube, you access them. If you want to know this topic, I want to know this topic logarithm, I want to know this topic sorts, you can just search in for them. You meet up teachers, them various teachers all around the world, where they help you through with it. It's the impact of science. And now science, the impact of science in the world. We all learn about the great man away from Tesla, Elon Musk. We know the great things they do. How they travel from different from Earth to various planets for study the planet, for study various planets, and for do various things in the universe as a whole. And we also learn about Bill Gates and others like Jack Ma, the different Amazon from Jeff Bezos and Alibaba. So now you're able to salon and do trading with countries like China, you can do trading like from here to America and various countries. So this is the impact of science. At first, we never do one. The only say they will go do trading, pass you come here, go Congo market or go na Dove Court. But now you not can do that. You can do it trading from Sierra Leone to America with the help of science. You can do it trading from Sierra Leone to China. So it not means if you're not in a Dove Court, some say you not get forget that. If you're not in a Dove Court, not means you get forget that. You can just make a purchase now America, you can make a purchase now China, you can make a purchase now Dubai or any other country. So this is now one impact where science don't create in the world. And another thing again, another impact where science don't create. Science the effort protects the world. How? Now person not go just come and abuse you left like that, you go to an court, evidence only. Now when the person they try for abuse, you can use your phone for recorder. You know, mean say pass some, because lately we find out say if they call me for witness, I will say me not a witness. So now science don't help we. When you get to a recorder, if it's somebody they say certain thing, waiting you recorder and use that as an evidence against this person. The impact of that, therefore protect me and you too. Science is very much important, and they don't create an impact on the world and Sierra Leone at large.
Okay, yes, that salon science really don't create impact. Even if they do shopping self now, yeah. Person will put in business online. Then you see the address, everything in WhatsApp number all day. You can take your WhatsApp phone, you download the number, then you send message to WhatsApp to the person we get in business. You tell us now this year we put now one. We now took you arrange the amount, everything. Then they can bring it at your doorstep. So science also don't improve the salon for shopping. At times you don't need for going at home. Just get the number of the business center. It's there on WhatsApp. You WhatsApp the person where they're in charge of a business. You tell us that if now here you want that you kind ear, you go even see the type of ear where the person they sell, then you can choose the particular product you want. If now call ear and straight ear or this dress or this shoe, this bag, you they choose them. You send them to the person on WhatsApp. The ink it tell you say in they can left on your doorstep. You see how easy way science don't make the world don't be? Even with your life self, they make it easy for we. Well, Abdullah Keta, what is say small thing about the impact of science na salon and also na the world?
Yes, Ms. Wood, thank you. Well, definitely, science is very important to win a Sierra Leone and the world at large. First of all, medically, everybody knows say science is important medically. Example now, we get sickness them, illness them where they pass around. Without science and the medical equipment that we then give you, people enough or don't survive. Salon and the world, mainly salon. Salon we don't get better doctors them and nurses them, but because of science they help we medically. Example like we congrats them. Some of them used to give them picking their milk, but science explain you it tell we say breastfeeding are the best for young baby. And science they help the world at large. Look at the space exploration. In the late 1960s, they said when Neil Armstrong landed at the moon, Oda may expect say Motorman for reach that far. But because of science, we reach that far, we land at the moon. And because of that exploration, now we get new innovation. Like as my brother made it talk about Elon Musk. Elon Musk now a billionaire. But because of science, make its own billionaire. With this climate change where they gone, this emission, this carbon, with new invention through science, it make electric vehicle when they use gas. You know, when they pollute the world. With that, I think science don't do a lot, and there is still more for let science do for the world. Science is very important, very important to the world. Science na a way of life. Science na part of life. because science na dey explain you about life. Science na dey make you understand wetin life mean. Yes, Miss Cole.
Okay. Thank you very much, Abdullah. Well, I want now let we go into how science don't create job for people around the world and salon. How science don't create job for we na salon and also the world. Joseph, I want you up more small on that day.
All right, thank you very much. Science don't create job na the world in many ways. Today, if technical people on the technical side, like for instance, being a graphic designer, this one of the impact where science don't do na my life and the life of other people. Editors and science create job for people that way they edit, where you change one thing to another, able make 1 to 2. Science don't create job before the farmers then they make farm with the normal thing the normal way there for you to eat. But with the help of science, machine the non day, with them machine they are very recently we see the president where they try for embark on farming, how with plenty machines there. And that machine they are with them car with no able to operate on their own. Except now people and therefore operate their machines there for produce waiting we want. So because of this is another way and another means this way science create for employ somebody for work na a farm with easy life. We not get for your buy himself, we not get for boil the hand and so and this. So this is another way around. Transportation. This now means this way science create for somebody where they drive taxi, where they ride Okada. This na job. Now only science make this job here to come to an existence. For let somebody take person normally to Regent Road with bike or normally to PZ with bike or keke. We find out that before now poda is the normal than we did. Now science go to an extent and create and say now poda they take 15 to 20. Not so everybody go one for on board on poda. We say boku people in there. So waiting the scientific then do they sit down, then crack them brain and put on one side say now let we create something wherein now wait and take you now only you and the driver or you or the rider, for instance the bike. Now you and only somebody where they move on. Now una get access to that bike. Una 2. Another one, keke, when are 2 or for 3 people. For instance, you want not go able, not so everybody go afford for charter one old poda for letting one sit on it. But with the help of science or technology, the scientists can come to one, they create keke wherein you want to able afford for charter that keke for take you for let you do with them for the rest of the day. You see, the man where they ride that keke, now science create this job here so for them. People and where they farm, science creates job for people and where you, they're not to farmers then, they not go study agriculture, but because they sabi drive and then sabi operate machine, science create job for them. By the machines the way they create for them, for let them go able use this machine for farm. So this is a very much important something. Science creates a television for viewers and for let them they see people the way they can sit down for synthesize them, for teach them, for give them message, pass on message. The people the way they work at that TV station, now who that create this job for them? Now scientific them. With the help of science, they able to see people and where they pass on message to them. Before, now only voice now we they listen. When they give news, now only way you listen. When not to everybody. And now people they want for see. Not only for listening or for hearing, but they want for hearing as well as they see the person where they talk. This is the help of science.
Okay. About the help of science now the world and I don't provide job for we and also na salon and also overseas. Martin, I want to say for more about how science don't provide job for we na salon and also the one the way they overseas.
Well, just as my brother gave an analysis about how science don't improve in terms of the job facilities in this country, I would say it's a nice one, and we move in the right direction, because now we talk about participating, because we know they compete with other countries, and because Salon they far away down for now in terms of technology. It's just that in the recent years, for the past 3 to 4 years now, since this government came in, we talk about innovations and technology, where they open one whole department for that, because they value innovation, because they know within science they do towards the development of any country. Because if you take a look at examples of other countries and down there, like the China, the Germany, they are well improved and constructed, they're well combined. Let me say, for example, we get the schools then presently in this country, so we a lot of them schools then they not get science lab, a lot of them not well equipped in terms of them schools then, because we talk about titration and analysis, because in science we also call quantitative and qualitative analysis. We are in students and they go to lab for go titrate, in chemistry. Find out most of the schools then like they not get lab well equipped. First then they move and go into other institutions then, and when they move for go into other institutions, you just get for pay money, and that also now job creation. So we they call on government with regards to this, because this year theme is talking about peace and development. We are moving there. Sierra Leone is not yet to that peak. So we they call on government and different authorities, like the directorate of innovations out there. Let me make sure say they equipped most of them schools then they lack the basic materials, and especially the science department. Students then they facing a lot. Then they facing a lot in terms of that science department. I emphasize on and simply because I was once a science student, I'm still a science student. I know some of the constraints where we colleagues them, where they not get the facility to go out to let them access. Some students then they one day they don't even know what's in a titration. So students say one day they don't even know what's in a quantitative and qualitative analysis, where that's very, very bad. And when they draw questions and answers talking about WAEC, talking about 3 to 4 different countries, then go sit down and draw questions. Then I want to know whether they want to miss to the threshold, whether they don't complete the syllabus or not. What's then they do a question. And qualitative analysis, always part of the question is they come. Now compulsory. Certain topic they insert, certain subject like chemistry is compulsory. So government, in as much as the directorate, yes, they don't try it, or they try very hard. We need more improvements from that area. For let them make sure say the schools them out there, let them well equipped, especially the science students. Why ever well equipped? Because then students and most of them, especially the science department, now they will get to nurses them, now they will get to doctors them, now they will get to paramedicals them. A lot, and with for stand here so as a lot of good health. If sick old me tomorrow by, they need a doctor. And that doctor needs to go through the right channel. If you get the right equipment from senior secondary school, say you go to the university, I believe for say we get hope, and we know for say Salon is moving to that. So me they call on the director and make sure say they come together and invest in innovation and technology, just as how the department did now, and they just try very hard towards the development of everything. The last time I attended a seminar where they teach me about coding, how to build apps, which is very good. There are certain institutions that they don't get app. If you me don't go learn this here, don't teach me how to build app. I can even go one school as I go build app for now. Now money, so it's a great job for you. You're supposed to go get money out of that. You don't build an app for that school. Say any information or access about the school, you they get some. So me they call on government, tell them make sure say they emphasize on them things and innovation and creation, a very good for nation. You look at other countries and they old technology innovation very high, simply because they know the importance of it and they know the direction how it they move with them. So I will stop here.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. At least you say you really don't know. Well, I want to just later how science don't create job for people and athletes and all over the world.
All right. So how science don't create job for people in Sierra Leone and also around the world. I will start with teachers, science teachers. These are very important people in order for the way science out there, or when science move to another level. So the teachers. Now, if you don't try to be educated, and you don't graduate from college, then of course you become a science teacher. That's not a job. So that's not one way where science don't provide job. And also another thing, the camera operators like the one in the studio, also the one where they snap people out there, like photographers, making use of this camera. Without science, camera are not available. So there is no way where job for the day without considering photography or whatever. Because we know many people don't graduate from college from various courses, such as law, political science, mass communication, and various other courses. They don't can end up for live up to their dreams. Some can't turn camera operator, some can't turn driver. With the help of science, they're able to put food on the table within the confines of Sierra Leone. Agriculturist is our science jobs. Because science and they provide the tools there, such as the cutlass, such as
The
the
chemical
oh,
there.
yes, even the chemicals there,
Yes.
and some mechanized tools such as tractors, bulldozers. Now science they provide all these things. Without science, we have to use with human effort, and with this human effort, what they use, it make we work harder than it seems. Considering that 45-year-old pa, that 50-year-old pa, that 60-year-old pa, then a farm they begin using hand for digging the place. What's up? It's obvious say in days and number they will soon die due to fatigue or whatever. But with the help of science, like you get you cutlass or you owe, you make a light one, you can do one as simple as you could, and you don't put some kind of burden by you. And also, when I talk about the educational factor also, we talk about not sufficient instruments in the lab or equipment in the lab. Yes, that's true. That's true. But I don't just want to touch to that. I also want to tell you about lab scientists. Lab scientists. These are people that in a lab where they study but the equipment in the laboratory, and then therefore they can bring blood tests to or whatsoever test to them therefore they do. These are lab scientists. Science also the help popularize this job. People when they study mass communication or they ask besides the journalism, without the help of science, their work can't be accomplished.
Of course, yes.
Their work can't be accomplished. So this is now one way again where science they provide job. Just imagine you go study mass com, no media house nothing at the country. You go to do mass com with your family and I will do an house. You say, well, I'm here with my own television station, whatsoever, and I do an house, then they watch you. But now with the help of the various media houses where science don't help we for create, what's in happen when you graduate from university, now you they come down, you can at the media house, you get your camera operators where they penetrate the camera to you and promulgate information out there. People they get for you. This is one way science don't help for create job within the confines of the country. Now going out of Sarajevo, let's take a look at this individual, Mark Zuckerberg, the co-founder of Facebook. He created Facebook 2010. Not all governments can get a job or whatever. He created them with in knowledge in science. What is science they tell you? Science they tell you the directive for live outside your comfort zone. You don't need for be dependent. That is one help of science. And also science they help for create job. Science they help for empower people. Now we look at the barbers out there. Science also they help them a lot. Science they help them a lot. Because considering barbing machines and the blade and whatsoever, these are all the work of science. These are all the work of science. Science is very more powerful than we think. And science they create jobs, a lot of jobs than we think.
Okay, Famula here, Mark Zuckerberg, not also. We create Facebook. And also the Facebook self they create job for bloggers then. Because when they get their own program and they broadcast them live to Facebook page, then they able for create job for them. And through that Facebook self they pay them. Because when you get almost likes, not so. When you get almost likes, almost viewers, and they begin pay you. So also the internet also they create job for you. Man them, bloggers, journalists, them even yourself when they do your journalism, you can post you write up, you footage also. Now Facebook, people then go view and then the information they go far and wide because there are so many people that when they're on Facebook. We go for watch what you post on Facebook your content, then they go like them. Some man go say make a comment on your post. So that itself they create job for young people them and also business system. There's Abdullah. I want to say more small on this issue.
Yeah, science don't create lots of jobs. Even some jobs that we normally done they now. Look at me, an IT technician. During the late 90s, there was no computer, nothing like IT. But with the help of science creates computer. Now then gets person when a IT technician, engineer, all because of science. And another aspect again, science don't create new jobs. Example now for the scientists them. Now we get a virologist. A virologist now person who study virus. During the early 1900s, there was no such thing. But now we even get zoologists, we get botanists. Even recently, we even get scientists that we don't call Egyptologists. That's people that where they study the pyramids in Egypt. So you see, science don't create jobs in lots of ways. In lots of ways. Even inside this media business. Science don't create a lot of jobs. With the equipment there, I think what I mean is before there was no camera. So who that go dream of become a cameraman. But now with camera, everybody now want to become a cameraman. As you may say again about the coding. Science all creates this thing there so that you self go employ yourself. As in the top of Mark Zuckerberg, at the age of 16, he don't learn in coding. He employ himself in build in own social media app. Look at Elon Musk. With the help of coding, he creates his own social media. Yes, Miss Cole.
Okay, Fambulem, I know say una don learn from this with discussion as today na World Science Day, and today na the importance of science na salon and the world as a whole. So today na the importance number we dey discuss. Other subsequent programs that we can't talk about the disadvantage because the important na the advantage. Yes, and advantage is important. Then the disadvantage will come again and can discuss about the disadvantage. Anything way they do, you get advantage and disadvantage. So we'll get for balance some. So we'll come another term, we can talk about the disadvantage of science, na salon and the world also as a whole. Well, Fambulem, we don't bring the program to an end, but before we get them go, I want to say the last word to Una before we end the program. Peter Joseph Bayo, I want to say your last word to Fambule, and also because there's also men that get there and encourage young girls then at the schools for go into the science stream, so then self go able for match up with the boys then. Woman and self go build a hub, woman and self go do their own things then through science. When we self and me self becoming a feminist, so me self I will be proud of becoming woman. I want to give you last word concerning the science and also encourage women then into the science stream.
Thank you very much. My last word to viewers and outside here, I encourage everybody, in the first place, science or the technology, for make we no go misuse them. And also they encourage the women then, or the ladies then, or the girls then, outside here, for let them also go into the science world. Let we get, especially in our country, let we get people in our country, especially women then. We don't say the woman then anything we then determine for do, then capable for do one. And anything we man they do, woman can do better. So this make many a times we encourage the woman then for let them can to the man then, or anything we man they do for let them say try for do the same. Because when they do one, then sabi, then can do one better at times past the man then. And for instance, woman then, if woman a producer or woman a reporter, you know, in the final say the woman, when you go to man or you go to certain places then for let you go talk to people and interview then go listen the woman then more than we demand them. So I also they encourage the ladies then for let them go into the science world. Let we begin get woman then we go able do something in science, especially in this part of the world or Sierra Leone, for let we self able get people in. We are the woman and we go able do something where the world will see, we don't go point and pan and say this now is Sierra Leone, we do this for me. So I encourage all the women then for let them also come to the science world, especially the media. But my last word now for let we know we misuse science. Thank you very much. Me now put Peter Joseph Junior Bayo, a graphic designer and technical.
Famule ye Peter, today not to me talk more. Because me anything a woman business already. Now the man talking today always say woman can do it better than men. Who know how overtake who now no side by side. That's all one do. So women can do it better. So me self as a woman, I dey encourage the young girls there for go into the science. Like you said, the science is difficult. With the maths, the physics, the chemistry, you know, and say it's too difficult, too much maths there, formula, this and that. But when you make up your mind, you don't determine, and we women will determine for it. Surely we dey go for it, and we will go with the conquer. So I encourage the young ladies then at school for go into the science stream. So we'll get women that will go begin create hack for we in Macedonia. We'll get women that will go begin create make motor car, robots for we. And me say I will be proud for say yes, we the woman we can do it better. Martin, you said say your last word and encourage girls then for going to the science team.
Fambulen, this my message I get now to the mama them and papa them out there. Let we encourage we girl picking them, especially the girl picking them, because choice of stream can be the problem mostly with the affect a lot of Sierra Leoneans and both men and women, but especially the girl picking them for determine the choice of stream for after I don't see the words for go SS1. If some picking any, then they follow them, colleague them, say, hey, no go science, so science department is very, very hard because of the mathematics, talking about the chemistry, physics, the further math and all the other stuff there. Let we to the school picking also let we left for discourage we company them. And towards the other one that we don't plan say, then they pursue their career course on the science department. I want them make sure say they all them book with 2 1, let them make sure say the multiplication table them all are with 2 1, and also at the colon papa government. In as much as they don't come and they spend a lot as an open one old directorate of science within the Ministry of Basic and Senior Education. Let them make sure say they continue for give help. Let them make sure say they go to the various schools them and empower Gabdikin them because themselves they contribute greatly towards the development of this country. So as government don't say Gabdikin them within the science department going into the university with the very good results, and government is responsible for them. So that tells you. So I encourage all Gabdikin them out there for let them make sure say they come into the science one. A very nice department and pursue your cause. Tambole una plenty, thank you. My name is Martin Alice.
Okay, now go to Jesse Tucker. You said give Famula your last word.
Well, in terms of encouraging women for entering into the field of science, I just want we get a positive stereotype as females. Don't not live by a stereotype. Math, art, chemistry, art, physics, art. Break the chain, break the boundary. Believe in what you can do. Believe in what you can do. No believe in what people say. Believe in your abilities. Your ability can take you thus far, not to the words of people. Make the words of people not limit your abilities. Most female, they can be a very good mathematicians back then in GSS, but the moment they build up a negative stereotype, math art, automatically they become lazy in practicing math and studying. Take your work very serious as a female. Don't limit yourself. Work harder and believe if that person can do it, I can do it. So also, my last words will be, science is a way of life, but we must accept and be willing to walk in the ways of science. So me and Jesse Love Talker, a former administrator and also a Virgin medical student.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse Tucker. Abdullah Keta, I want to give Famula your last word and also encourage young ladies there to go into the science thing.
Yes. Famula, my name is Abdullah Keta. My last word for today is that let us write science. Science, as my brother talked just now a way of life. And I don't think say without science we would all reach this far as human beings. But with the help of science, make now we're able to live so. And I want to encourage the girls then, let us write science. Me believe say science now for woman. Because really science now is step-by-step procedure. And that's how an woman then will be. Woman they always they take things step by step. So with science, I believe say woman then will work well. Thank you. Bye bye. Name Abdullah Keta.
Okay. Pambulem, so we they bring the cutting down of Say to Mercy today. Say to Mercy they come to Una every Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. But today we topic now the International Day of Science. Today now World Science Day. So today we can talk mainly on science, the importance of science, na salo and the world as a whole. Me will bring the program to Unu. Me your name na Sia and Isakol. Bye bye.
There's only one place where you are always welcome, where you will always be part of the family, and you can always expect to find a helping hand. There's only one place where you will find a reliable partner for all your financial needs, and your funds will always be safe. It's only at Rokel Commercial Bank, because Rokel is more than a bank.
Well, this is your bank, a bank that is resplendent with splendor. It characterizes greatness, and it has a history that is deeply rooted in banking in Sierra Leone. Over 100 years, this bank has been around, initially as Barclays Bank, and now as Rokel Commercial Bank, your bank.
That's why our impact in the community is second to none. That's why we are expanding our branches to give you world-class service everywhere you go.
We've expanded as far as Kailaun, Wilkinson Road, Fabi College, Uberforce, and look out for us very soon. We're going to go to the north. We're going to go as far as Kwendu very soon.
When you look at our corporate online services, our SMS text banking, and of course our SimCorpo Plus, which cannot be rivaled by any.
That's why we are rolling out state-of-the-art digital systems to better serve you. And that's why you will always be our number one concern.
And by so doing, you have a bank that is going to be a modern bank to you, a bank that's going to be a credible bank to you, a bank that's going to make you feel like you're part of a banking family.
Visit any of our branches countrywide and join the winning family today. Welcome to Rokel Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.